Hey everybody, finally getting around to recording war number 9. You would not believe the trouble I'm having with the spreadsheet I'm using. I think there's too many formulas going on, too many queries. It's really slow, so I might have to find a more efficient way to store this data. We'll see about that. Anyway, we're going up against the Union. I was gonna check before I started recording, but we thought that they were a master level alliance. Like we saw them in the master bracket. So they're really tough. They've beat us before, so this was a rematch. I'm taking path 7-6 again. This is my oh, here we go. Let's turn that on. First fight is node number 6. I'm going up against a Heimdall. Seen Heimdall here twice. The last 2 times have been Heimdall, so this is kind of interesting. It's a rank 3 Heimdall. I strongly considered going in with Corvus and picking up a charge on the auto block, but I would have had to let him hit me, parry me, because that's the only really way to get it, and I did not feel comfortable letting him parry me. This war is a must-win for us because we are actually coming back, right? We really are coming back, and the fact that it's a must-win in conjunction with the fact that they beat us last time is really really hard pill to swallow. So I said, no way, I'm not going to get the charge with Corvus. I'll go in with Captain. I'll play it very safe. The reason I want to charge with Corvus is there's a tech champion on node 35, which is the power shield node, and we think it's a Darkhawk. And I just didn't know how that fight was going to go with no charges, so I went ahead and tried. I was going to try and get the charge. So anyway, big special 2 from Captain. That's all good. It's always good to see those 80k plus crits. That's amazing. Always crits when you don't need it to crit, right? And when you do need it to crit, it doesn't. So anyway, this I take in Corvus, hoping. I did the calculator. It looked like it could have been any number of skill champions, including Black Panther. And if it was a Black Panther, I would have gotten an Avengers charge. Of course, it wasn't. Although I have to say, out of all of the champions in there, Black Panther, you know, that special 2 can be pretty quick sometimes. Definitely easier to evade than, or harder to evade than Winter Soldiers. Winter Soldiers, you just have to dash back and block the rest. So I'm playing it fairly safe here, hitting into the block as much as possible because I don't want to run out of charges and then take a bunch of block damage. So I'm just doing that. Still doing light, medium though. And then it looks like I'm going to be totally fine. I actually threw my special 1 first. For Corvus users out there, I do think that there is some merit to throwing your special 1 first while their armor broken, and then following up with a special 2, because you do have enough space in the fight for both. And it's better to run your special 2 when they're in assassin's range, so you'll get more damage. It's not a huge amount of increase, but I think that's just a quick tip for Corvus users if you are using him for practically every fight. Anyway, this is an Iron Fist on node number 14, diversity fight, total diversity fight. I mean, what is the point in putting an Iron Fist on? I just, like, I don't even know. I feel like, I mean, I guess if you got caught by his special 2, he's one of the worst defenders, though. I'd probably put I'd a 4-star Electro over him, I think. So then a 6-star Iron Fist. Anyway, the big fight, the most intense fight. There we go. 90k special 2 coming up is going to be from a Medusa on the all or nothing strike back plague mine heal block mini boss, node number 30. I am feeling pretty good about going in with Vision. I did not know how the interaction between Plagued Mine and her living strands, how you kind of have to play around it a little bit. I wasn't sure how that was going to be. I'm boosting up big time. I mean, I'm using some of these big boosts that I sit on usually. I throw on the health boost there, a greater health boost, sorry. And then I think I throw on, do I throw on a greater attack boost too, maybe? I know I'm looking at the Corvus fight next, so I throw on the 8% special. I don't have suicides on, so that 8% special actually will help. And a 200% power, cosmic power boost. I'm just boosting in general. I figured I'd boost once and then take each fight one at a time. So I'm considering the 200% power, which may have been overkill. You'll see in a second. And then I think I'm going to decide on a greater attack. So this is about as boosted as I can get. I'm going to get into this fight. I was really thinking about not doing an invulnerability boost, but I decided to go with it. it was just too much of a risk not to, and I had them. They'd just been in the store. It would have been kind of blasphemous to have them come to the store and then not use one on this fight and then somehow die. I also considered if I did eat an L3 from this Medusa, I'm going to be armor shattered, and I don't want to have to deal with the damage on top of being power locked. So I might have had to eat a bunch of block damage, but you'll see how this fight goes. So the first one, I'm playing aggressive. You can parry on this node, so this is what people have to realize, is that when you can parry Medusa, she's basically a normal champion to fight. It's not that hard to beat her. So anyway, I'm just parrying her when her living strands is up, no problem. Plague Mind hit, but Synthesis hit as well, so I'm trying to get to my special 2. We'll power drain her, almost 3 bars of power, not quite. And we will have living strands come up. So I'm going to parry. One hit, didn't get the heavy off quick enough, but then we'll do another heavy. We'll do another heavy. Oh, not another heavy. There we go, another heavy, and then we're going to probably parry here and then wait and attack into her, get another special 2, and you can see here that the cycle is established. This is how this fight's gonna go. I'm just gonna it almost seems like everything's working exactly together. It's like a perfect it's perfectly cyclical. Medusa's Furies last about the same time as it takes for me to get to a special 2, and the Plagued Mind is working with me so that I'm pretty much always at a special 2 right when her Furies wear off, and I can launch her and drain 3 bars of power. So I'm boosted to hell. I think I can do this unboosted. I'm not really worried about it in the future. So please put the Medusa on there. I'm not really worried about it. Save us the trouble of having to fight her on more difficult nodes. I think Medusa is infinitely more difficult when she's on stun immune. Actually, I think I could do this fight with Emma Frost. I was thinking that at the time while I was doing this fight, I was thinking that I could probably take this with Emma Frost a lot easier and quicker actually. But that last heavy does take her out, and we move on to Power Shield. Power Shield is kind of a pain in the butt for me. I've died here quite a bit of times. You can see I've faced Dormammu here 6 times in the past. He's quite popular on there. We've seen Korg. I don't know why. Did I die to Korg on this? I think I have, which is interesting. I'm pretty sure that that's counting my death to Korg. So that's kind of interesting. Last 4 encounters, Korg twice, right? Okay, so that's something. That's some interesting things going on with the way that the data is collected. But either way, this is a Darkhawk as we suspected, 455 from Cool Laddie. And I'm just gonna bait out 1 special 1. I dueled this guy about 10 times. I'm not overstating that. And I realized that his special 1 does practically nothing. 1 big special 2, he's down to 2%. I go all the way up to 3 bars, so quite excessive. I think next time 150% boost at the maximum for this fight, and we'll be just fine. Just fine with 150% and no suicides and no charges. So Corvus is definitely the king for that Power Shield node. I don't even know if I would need a Power Start 1 boost. He seems to bait the special 1 quite easily. You know, if it was a Dormammu, I'd probably go with the Power Start 1 boost. But I think if it was a Dormammu, you saw how that went. I think I'd be fine. Anyway, this is a Void. They put... I switched from Path 4 to Path 5, or Path 6, so they moved the Void from Path 4 to Path 6. I don't know what it is about this, but I just keep running into Void. I'm getting quite good at playing against Voids. So this is the Brute Force node, significantly easier than the Stun Immune node. You can see I got the Purify off perfectly. I'm not really intercepting Void. You guys know intercepting Void's a little risky, not because you might get hit worse than other champions, although I do find his AI a little wonky sometimes, but mostly because if you do lose your combo, it's way more, it's way worse, because you have to start the 10 hit counter all over again. So you could watch his intimidating presence debuff timer, and if it's like just at the beginning, it's probably not a big deal to throw an intercept, but I just tend not to intercept Void unless it's an emergency, unless I'm really low on health, and in that case you're risking death anyway just from getting hit. So 65 hits in. I have this fight pretty much under control. He's the agility debuff was on me, so I didn't want to evade that. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure they're not actually active until they land. They stick, but I didn't want to take the risk. So void down, and I get another mini boss here. I get node 52, which is the strike back recovery mini boss. My vision is just boosted to hell, so I'm gonna pop a potion or two into him just in case. I know I'm getting a little fed up with topping off champions, but it seems to be the thing to do. You feel a lot more confident going into fights when you start with full health, and you've seen people clutch out fights with like 1% health. The only way you can clutch a fight out with 1% health is if you had previously started with 100% health. So you have to start very high in order to end very low in those extra super duper hard fights. So you never know, so I guess I've been doing it. But this is a duped 6-star cable. Pretty crazy, huh? I actually wouldn't mind a duped 6-star cable. Not the worst 6-star to dupe. He apparently, since I learned from my YouTube comments last time I faced the cable, that he cannot degen robots. So I'm pretty happy about that. It makes me feel more confident. Also, the strike back doesn't mean anything against Vision Special 2, because the strike back gains the power first, and then you power drain all 3 bars of the power with the special 2. So I'm doing that. I'm basically I got this guy locked down. The heal block's gonna prevent any regen cable might get. It does wear off right at the wrong time, but I've got another special 2 right here, so we heal block him again. Don't have to worry about it. At this point, you're gonna see me gain some balls here. I'm gonna go in for some intercepts, get another special 2, stand up intercept, backdraft intercept, one more backdraft intercept, go in for the final kill, special 1. What a clean finish. Very, very clean finish. I enjoyed that one a lot. So that's it for me. I didn't take the boss this war. I think it was Morningstar or Champion. Maybe we'll see. I didn't see it. It went away real quick. So anyway, let's take a look here. This is the summary for the war. We were just looking at node 52 right up there, right here. But anyway, we won. We beat the Union, guys. This was Savage Squad's best war that I've been a part of. We only had 7 deaths the whole war between all 3 battle groups. I don't know if I've been a part of a better war in general. We just demolished them. The Union guys, they were good sports. You know, they said good game and everything. But you know, it was good. They beat us last time. We really felt like we had a chip on our shoulder for these guys, and so everyone boosted, everyone scouted. It is the key to winning. So we felt really good about that. I'm glad I didn't die. I went 7-0. I'm having a great season. I attribute 75% of my season stats this season. Of course, I'm not deathless, but to the fact that I'm having a good season so far, I think is mostly due to the scouter lens bot. So thank you to the people who put that together, Hector being one of them, and I think was it Mutamat as well, putting it together. There's a couple other people, but yeah, I just remember Hector publicizing it a little bit. So thanks to you guys for that. That's really helpful. Yeah, other than that, guys, it's been a little bit of a longer video, but I'm going to stop this one here and try and figure out a more efficient way to store all this data, because this is it's starting to slow down a little bit. You know, when I change this node to go from like 1 to 7, up there, it's taking a little, it's starting to lag. I can kind of show you what I mean here. You can I make a change, and well, I think it's all cached now. I don't really know how internet works. I think it's all cached now, but say I went to like the previous war, and changed the whole war up. You can see that loading time right there. It's just a little bit slower, and look at how long it took node 34 to load. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna have to figure out a better way to do this, but I am very happy with the strategy. The strategy in general is keep all the data in one place and do lots of queries. I do like that, so I'm gonna try and work with it, and we'll see if we can't come up with something for season 8. 3 more wars left, guys. Good luck to everybody else in your seasons, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.